Jaguars fans, what is going on? The bye week has come and passed, and I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed the bye week. I enjoyed a week without suffering, and if you guys watch NFL Red Zone, it was a damn good weekend just to sit back and watch some NFL football as a true NFL fan, as there's so many good games that were going on, just a lot of close games, and it was just a good day to be an NFL fan. But the bye week, it's come and it's passed, and the Jaguars are coming back in action this Sunday as we face off against the Colts. And it's time to get serious, guys. It's really put up or shut up time for the Jaguars. We are currently 4-5. We're not out of it, but we're not comfortably in it right now. The Jaguars need to start winning. It's time to put up or shut up. And it all starts with this Sunday as the Jaguars take on the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts, I believe, are sitting at I think they're at a 5-3 record right now, but they are in a 2-game slump right now. No, I think they're 5-4. They're in a 2-game slump right now. They have lost back-to-back weeks to the Steelers, which the Steelers, they're an alright team. You know, you can look at them and say that's a decent loss. But then last week with that Brian Hoyer-led team, they lost to the Dolphins. They lost to the Miami Dolphins, who everybody knows they're trying to tank to win games, and they actually lost against them. So we'll see what happens this coming up week. We'll see if Jacoby Brissett is playing. We'll see if Brian Hoyer is playing. But either way, there's going to be no excuse. If the Jaguars want to make the playoffs, we're going to have to start winning. That's all there is to it. I'm not going to play this game where it's like, you know, this Sunday we lose to the Colts. Well, you know, we lost to the Colts, but if we beat the Titans the following week, if we go out there and beat the Chargers, beat the Raiders, whatever, then we have a chance. No. It all starts this Sunday. This Sunday, we've got to turn it around. We've got to, you know, we're 4-5 right now. We're 4-5. It's not a bad record, but it's not a winning record. You know, if you're on pace to go 4-5 throughout the year, you're going to be 7-9, 8-8. That's not going to get you in the playoffs. Now, the Jaguars right now, I know their front office has playoff hopes, and we do have Nick Foles coming back this Sunday, and, you know, a lot of Jaguar fans are out here saying, look, you know, Nick Foles isn't going to last behind this offensive line. You got those guys on one end. You got Eagles fans on the other end talking about how, you know, Nick Foles is, you know, has risen from the dead and is the best quarterback that the NFL has ever seen, that is only promising greatness. But, you know, I'm at a point of wait and see. We'll see what Nick Foles does. I'll be rooting my ass off for him, but as a realist, I'm just going to be sitting back and saying, look, show me you can win. Show me what you can do, Nick Foles. And, you know, with Nick Foles, I think he's got a good situation right now. I know a lot of people hate on the offensive line, but really, the pass protection of the offensive line has not been the issue. I think the offensive line, when it comes to run blocking, has been the big issue. A lot of Gardner Minshew, his mental clock, 1, 2, 3, and then he starts scrambling. His mental clock is too slim, and I hope that Nick Foles can overcome that, and I just pray Nick Foles can do great things, because right now, we're in the part of the season where Nick Foles shines. At the end of the season, in must-win games, he's very, very good. You know, at least for the Eagles, he's been very, very good in must-win games. So I'm excited to see him, because let's be real, the Jaguars, they need a spark. Like, when I look at the Jaguars roster, I actually like the Jaguars roster. There's no position besides maybe tight end, which we're kind of injured at, where I say, this is a huge hole. This is going to prevent us from winning. You know, we could always use some upgrades at a lot of the positions along the team, you know, whether it be offensive line, you know, defensive back, linebackers. We could always use upgrades, but I don't think any of these positions are really stopping us from, you know, being playoff contenders. I think it's just getting the team together. It's about, you know, I think a lot of it's the coaching staff. I think coaching has a huge part to play. And I think a big reason, like, look, this last game against the Texans, it was such a big game. If the Jaguars beat the Texans, they are 5-4 right now, and they're tied for first place in the AFC South. But guess what? The coaching staff lost us that game. It was John DeFilippo's horrible play calling, just playing conservative. The Texans are missing 3 defensive backs, and you don't test them deep. The conservative play calling, just all of that, it drove me nuts, and that is a big reason why the difference between being tied for first place in the AFC South and being dead last in the AFC South. So, The Jaguars have some work to do. In my humble opinion, it's going to take 6-1 to be able to reach the playoffs. 6-1. That's the magic number. Win the AFC South games. You know, beat the Colts twice. Beat the Titans. We've already got swept by the Texans, obviously. And then you got some games you sprinkle in there. You've got the Falcons who are beatable. You have the Chargers who are beatable. You know, the Raiders are actually a pretty decent team, but the season is right ahead of us, guys. Time to start winning. Time to stop making excuses. We've got our starting quarterback back. We are pretty clean on the injury sheet besides, you know, guys like Marquise Lee and James O'Shaughnessy put on the IR. A lot of guys are practicing, so there's no excuse. Win. Win games. That's what we got to do as Jaguar fans, all right? And I'll be with you guys every step of the way. All right? Jaguars are back from the bye. Preview video coming soon. Go Jaguars, baby. Duval till I die. I'll see you guys in my next video.